Hello, everyone. This is Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. Welcome to Today in Bitcoin. Today is March the 12th, 2017. This is home of cryptocurrency straight talk. No fancy setter graphics, just information. Thank you for the reoccurring Bitcoin. Hey, a lot of you are noticing that I just made this video before, and the sound was terrible apparently. So I'm just redoing it right now. I'm leaving that old one up. It has all the important links. So if you're watching live, you can click on those links right now. I'll add all the stuff from that video to this video below, but I'm just jumping right into this. I don't erase my mistake videos. I don't erase any videos. That is a policy here. I strongly believe in that. I don't have the chat open right now, which is unfortunate because I can't see if the sound problems are happening again. I assume they're not because I closed something. I was trying to sync a wallet and I'm not going to get into it, but it just shows you how early we are in this process. Syncing wallets and doing stuff with your paper wallet is not easy. It's just we're early on. It's like the internet in 1992 when it comes to that kind of thing. And it's just, God, we've got a long way to grow in the cryptocurrency space, and things like that people just can't do. I mean, if people can't do Coinbase, they clearly can't do that. But that was slowing down my computer. I will be able to chat with you guys afterwards, hopefully. I'm sorry I can't see the chat right now. Remember, check out This Week in Bitcoin. That's linked to below in the notes section. It was the best one ever this past Friday. Next week will be big. We're going to have Ben from the BTC sessions on, and I'm waiting for two confirmations from the other guest. We're the undisputed #2 weekly panel show in Bitcoin. I'm shooting to be the #1 weekly panel summary show in all of Bitcoin. And remember back in January when it was just an idea, how I said I wanted to have a panel show and I encouraged people to start their own shows. They didn't like the current state of shows and I didn't like the current state of panel shows, so I was going to start my own panel show. You have to be a doer or nothing gets done and the world doesn't change. And hey, it was just an idea. Now it's a real thing, and we're trying to make it #1. So watch This Week in Bitcoin. Go to that link below. It was our most popular one yet, and make next week's even better. Let's be #1. All of you play an integral part in just growing this channel, and I appreciate everything. And again, thanks for the reoccurring Bitcoin, Mr. Reoccurring Bitcoin. Check out my altcoin links and all my addresses below, all my cryptocurrency addresses. Saturday's show is also linked to below. We have a link to the show I made about Hawaii for Tizen, which I posted earlier in the day. And I'd appreciate if you watch those videos because they kind of took away views from each other and canceled out each other. Anyway, Dash and Ethereum, everything was rising today, even Bitcoin. And that was like the opposite of a day from last week where everything was crashing. So everyone sees that the ETF news was not a trigger for a bear market or a real reason to worry. I mean, in fact, it was just, with it out of the way, it's a reason to be happy. And it's just, we don't have to think, is it going to happen? Is it not going to happen? Altcoin investors are obviously betting on segregated witness issues persisting, or the issues surrounding segregated witness and Bitcoin Unlimited and status quo persisting and really hurting Bitcoin. And they may persist, but I don't think it's worth it to bet on these altcoins like people were betting on some of these altcoins, that Bitcoin's going to do poorly because of these issues. I think Bitcoin is very strong right now, and that some of these altcoins are due for a correction. So it's very risky. The Dash people think that, obviously people pouring in the Dash think that cryptocurrencies should be used as everyday means of transactions, as micro transactions, as fast transactions, daily transactions. We'll see. We'll see I don't know if the world is ready for cryptocurrencies to be used instead of dollars. I don't know if 2017, I don't know. 2017 isn't bringing us that. So their Dash people are speculating. I mean, it's like around $75. I mean, this is amazing, amazing stuff. Bill Still, and you might remember he mentioned Cloakcoin, and Cloakcoin has been mentioned here before. Those guys have gone out of their way to market themselves, and it had the biggest gains of the day in this crazy altcoin day. And I mean, is this a sign that speculators are into coins that market themselves well, like Dash? I mean, Dash is leading the way here. Is that a sign? And I guess Bill is doing well here if he held on to his Cloakcoin, and hopefully this makes him more bullish on cryptocurrency, and he just starts to learn a little bit more and corrects his Bitcoin ways. But hey, maybe marketing is the new thing that speculators like. That's why they jump into these coins. The second best coin today is a Decred, which, like Cloakcoin, I have mentioned here before. And are the speculators betting on people? People are going to be into governance now, because Decred is very much into governance. They have a new governance model that Charlie Lee of Litecoin mentioned on this very show, and he had mentioned that's why he likes Decred. And people like to say now that Bitcoin has bad governance. So, or all of a sudden we're going to see all these altcoins that are going to be competing with the Bitcoin governance model, trying to make it obsolete. Is that the new big speculation, governance? So let's talk about the Decred situation and my show and marketing in particular, because a few of you have asked about Decred to be on the show. And back in January, when Charlie mentioned them on the show, I did contact people involved with Decred, and I'm not going to get into everything. I mentioned this on the Ask Adam Meister chat show that we had a week or so ago, or 2 weeks ago, that I didn't agree with the Decred marketing approach, but we did finally talk today. Their Decred guy, and again, I wanted them on because you guys asked for it. I wanted to satisfy the needs of my viewers here. Two of you in particular. But sadly, they don't want to be on the show until April. They have a marketing strategy here, the Decred people. And I strongly disagree with their marketing strategy. And what I'm about to say, it might be part of the reason that their price is actually going up. Two people have told me that they recently, Decred made a presentation at the Coinbase headquarters. Now, I don't know what that means. And this again, it's probably fueling some of the speculation. I would love to ask Decred about this, but they won't come on the show until April. So I hope people are still interested in April. When April comes along, I hope they're still interested in Decred. The altcoin space is very fickle, and flavors of the month constantly change. So Bitcoin is at $1,200, just like that. And hey, it's like nothing ever happened. It's like the ETF never happened, that decision, all that craziness. People clearly want in on Bitcoin if it's staying at this price, if it's back to where it was. And I'll give examples later why I think that. But also the GBTC price, that fund, that tradable fund, it's still trading at a premium compared to Bitcoin, which just shows they're newbie people not involved in tech that want to get in, that probably would have loved there to be an ETF. I mean, who knows? GBTC might be going up at a quicker rate than Bitcoin soon. I mean, if people feel that uncomfortable with Bitcoin but want Bitcoin and want an ETF, then GBTC is the next option. I don't want to get in on that, but I just thought I would mention it. It's trading at a premium. Hey, guys, if you like altcoins, pound that like button right now. Pound the like button. Pound it. Thumbs up for Adam Meister and this video, because this is the second version of this video. I hope it's turning out all right. Oh, my God. I don't want to do a third version. So there's some tweet out there by Eric Lombarzo, and it's another unscientific poll. Should Bitcoin have an ultra-secure base layer with scaling done at higher layers, or low fees now, even if it risks base layer security? Okay, only 17% of the people said low fees now. Now, it's very unscientific poll. It was phrased in favor against the 17%. But let's just say 25% of the people out there in the world in Bitcoin want low fees now, like they're desperate. I mean, that's still a pretty small amount, 75% not. I mean, that's not a reason the Bitcoin Unlimited to succeed. It's a reason we should just let's try out SegWit. Let's take a slow and easy route here. Slow, not an easy, but slow and thought out route. Okay, maybe that's what that poll shows. I will link to that below once I redo all the links from the previous video. There's a guy named Alistair Milne out there. I think I found out about him from Vinny Lingham. Thanks, Vinny. And follow him. He is great on Twitter. I don't always agree with him, and he seemed to be more of a Bitcoin Unlimited guy at one point, but I don't think he is now. He tries to be very respectful between Bitcoin Unlimited and Bitcoin Core, and he's got a tweet out there. What if higher transaction fees make people hold Bitcoin more and spend less, so it reduces the supply, causing the price to rise? Now that is very interesting. I even put it in the title here. I think high transaction fees are going to, if we stay status quo, the transaction fees are going to go higher. But that means I think people are just going to be more prone to hold instead of doing crazy things with their Bitcoin, like flipping it. And that will cause the price to go up because less supply out there on the tradable market. So it helps reduce supply out there and helps the holders. So be a holder. Buy and hold, people. Buy and hold. All right, there's another tweet of his. Bitcoin is absorbing a lot of deleveraging, some shorting, and a large flow into altcoins, yet the price is stable. I read that as bullish. I do too. We've all this, there are people clearly trying to cause worry about Bitcoin, pouring into Dash, saying that, Dash is everyday transactions. Bitcoin should be more like this. Yet Bitcoin's price is where it was before the ETF. Bitcoin's price is just as good as it ever was. I mean, it's just amazing. I have people contact me wanting to get into Bitcoin. And, there's just a subset of people out there that always want the next big thing. So that could be fueling some of the Dash, but it's definitely, there are people that do contact me every once in a while. They're like, oh, what about this Ethereum or this Dash? I don't know, people. Bitcoin. I just tell you to buy and hold Bitcoin. I'm bullish on Bitcoin. I think all of this is really, even though we've got all this money flowing into altcoin, it's still in the Bitcoin. And if there is an altcoin crash, where's all the money going to go? It's going to go back into Bitcoin. So I don't know if all the altcoins that I have mentioned today, not all of them can keep going up. Not Decred and Ethereum and Dash and the cloak coins of the world. Because today was everyone was going up, basically. I mean, that's not going to go on forever. So one final thing, a lot of people were disappointed in Vinny Lingham that he said that Bitcoin could go as low as 800 or 850 after the ETF if it didn't get approved. And it didn't go that low. People were disappointed. I said around 1,000. I was right. But you shouldn't listen to guys. I mean, I'm just like, who cares? First of all, I thought he meant a range. And if you're a holder, who really cares? If you're like trying to flip it and like, when should I buy back? Oh, I didn't buy back at the right. Now, if you're just purely looking to buy and you were like, why didn't you go down to 800? Vinny said it was going to go to 800. But you just can't, if you're going to buy, if you would have bought at 1,000, it would be cool because now it's back at 1,200. But I don't feel bad for the people who were flipping and are messed up with all this stuff. It's just people were pointing out to me like, this is a great example of why I should be a Bitcoin trader. Look how predictable this was. Well, it wasn't that predictable in a sense. I mean, I said there was like a 90% chance, 85% chance this thing would not be approved, but it wasn't guaranteed. This wasn't guaranteed money. So every man thinks they're a Bitcoin trader, Mike Cernovich said, or a day trader. It's a losing proposition, people. Don't get into this kind of thing. You're gonna lose in the long run. I think Tone Vase has said similar things. So on that note, I hope this video turned out okay. Please subscribe to this channel, like this video, share this video. Check out the notes section below once I update it. I am going to try to chat with everyone right now if I can get hold of the chat. I'm Adam Meister, the Bitcoin Meister, the Disrupt Meister. That was Bitcoin Today for the second time today. Bye.